Well, it has finally arrived. Our first look at Halo 5 arrived to us this week from Halo Fest, a something fest that I had no idea actually existed. I didn't know Halo had their own fest. But there was a wide variety of responses that I've been noticing, like along the internet and comments and videos and everything, ranging from nostalgia to, well, downright confusion. The multiplayer footage released contains old elements from the classic Halo games that we love, mixed with modern style elements to, like, I don't know, Advanced Warfare and Titanfall that many people are criticizing. Yes, Titanfall and Advanced Warfare. It's besides all the dispute on those two games mixed with Halo, one thing was clear though. The game looks amazing, outright beautiful. And the reason, of course, is that, like all new games, it was running at 60 frames per second. But the footage, along with the beta that's going to come out, only will run at 720p. Don't get mad before you start getting mad at the fact that 720p is bullshit compared to 1080p on next-gen consoles. Don't worry, the studio head for Halo 5, Josh Holmes, I believe his name was, revealed that he said that for the beta, at this point, we're totally focused on gameplay. We're midway through development, we're balancing and tuning the gameplay systems. All of the polish and optimization graphically is stuff that typically comes towards the end of the production cycle. The beta in December will be in 720p 60 frames per second, but you can expect it will look amazing when it comes out. Personally, this is logical and it makes perfect sense, you know? 343 wants to make the game as smooth as possible. Graphics are to be worked on afterwards. After all, there's still an entire year until Halo 5 Guardians comes out. The beta is going to be accessible on December 29th. For those of you that buy the Master Chief Collection, the beta is going to be 3 weeks, and it's going to have 3 game modes actually, and 7 maps. So that's not that bad. It's also going to feature XP progression like in Halo 4, and to have that in a beta is kind of cool because that way you can just unlock. You can even unlock cosmetic pieces like armor sets, helmets, and I think it's visor colors. The fluidity of the beta proves that they want to show the competitive multiplayer community that, you know, they can compete with games like Call of Duty. And without having to worry about having the game be perfectly fine or look amazing, the beta is just focused on showing that it works, that the game is gonna work and it's gonna be great. And the fact that it's a year away, that shows dedication, you know? Many people are saying that it's almost like they're trying too hard to be like Call of Duty so that they can be in, like, they can, you know, compete with modern day games. Well, let's look at how it has changed. The new Spartan abilities, they're the main reason why the Halo gameplay looks so damn fast and exciting. The biggest, most game-changing factor besides getting into the Spartan abilities, though, seems to be what they are saying is a quote-unquote smart scope. The developers are saying that every gun in the game has it. Yeah, that means you can finally zoom with the AR. Also the Magnum, BR, DMR, and SMG, etc. Any UNSC weapons. Now, I do know that you've always been able to scope with most of those, but Smart Scope makes it seem visually different. Almost like a Call of Duty quote-unquote aim down sights animation. So now you might wonder, why? Well, 343 developers said that Smart Scope does not affect damage output. Everything stays the same, but it does affect the spread. You can use the Smart Scope to concentrate your fire. All in all, they promise it will be balanced. Now, I am failing at this because I'm just so fucking excited about Halo 5. Now, the Spartan abilities, from what I know, from what I've seen, they're the biggest reason of why they add to the heightened ability. Like, for example, the thruster pack. It seems extremely similar to Advanced Warfare's take on it. You get a quick fire boost in any direction, you know? Before a lot of people start complaining, it does have a short cooldown though, so it's like you can't just fly all across the map. So that's, I mean, give it all the criticism you want. It's awesome, you know? I just can't. I don't know how to say it. You can give it all the criticism you want, but it works. You know, it actually works. And before you start complaining, Halo Reach in 2010 had jetpacks before Call of Duty and Titanfall. So all you haters can go screw yourselves. Next up is the clamber move that seems to be inspired, where did I see it? In Brink, you know, it's like parkour. If you jump and you come up to a ledge, you can press A and you'll climb over it in a fluid parkourish fashion, you know? Following that is Sprint, which is another simple, uncomplicated move. It's heavily criticized though, especially in Halo 4. But 343 actually listened to the feedback and they didn't want to take it out, so they refined it. Their solution has been to stop shields from recharging, which is, I mean, I think that's kind of cool. That's a pretty neat idea to balance the idea of sprinting with something so that it's not so OP. So whenever you're running or moving about and you take damage, if you're sprinting, you cannot recharge your shields, which forces you to hide or slow down and actually think up a strategy of how to get your shields charged in the middle of a firefight. So next up, okay, is next up I want to talk to you guys about how all of these combined, and even a simple slide ability that they're adding, like where do we have it in Far Cry 3, I think is the last moment I saw it. It gives Halo 5 a fast-paced game, you know? Besides the movement options, that there are now also, besides all that, offensive Spartan abilities. Like, for example, the first one is Spartan Charge, which can be used while sprinting. It causes an enemy to drop their shields and be vulnerable. The only thing is that you don't lock on, so you can be facing someone and use a Spartan Charge, but if they notice you, they can move at the very last second and you're screwed, you know? It's pretty much, it's useless. But it isn't as hard as what the ground pound appears to be according to footage and pictures. It lets you jump up and slam onto the floor. The only problem is that you're a sitting duck in the air while you prepare for the attack. So you're kind of floating there. I like it, but you're just sitting up there exposed to sniper fire. But if it works, it's awesome, you know? Overall, I really like what 343 is trying to do. They want to add a new twist. Even better, all the Spartan abilities and weapons are available from the start. So players begin each match on a level playing field. So playing the game and winning is based on skill. No extra perks, no extra cheatsy doodles. But many of you might think that after reading all this, it does seem like something completely new, but in a way, it still seems grounded in the Halo canon. That is until we will try out Breakout. I'm so excited for that. It appears to be a 4v4 mode where you only get one life. If you die, you die. So it's awesome. I mean, that's going to be a completely new twist. So all in all, for those that are comparing Halo 5 to Advanced Warfare and even Titanfall, just remember that 343 is just adapting to the ever-changing FPS genre. Plus, Halo, like I said, had jetpacks 4 years ago in Halo Reach, so screw you guys. It all appears to be a tricky balancing act, but it seems to be wonderfully done. Just remember that this is just a glimpse that 343 has given us, and they have a whole year to gather feedback and improve the game. Releasing a beta an extra year before the actual release shows dedication. So in the end, to the viewers of this video, my question for you is, do you think it feels too much like Call of Duty or Titanfall? Does it feel like they're trying too hard? Does it feel like they're trying to adapt and make it too similar? Or is it still a Halo game in essence? Personally, I spoke with some of my buddies and we agreed that along with many YouTubers that we've seen, that it feels like it's aiming for, not for Halo fans. Yeah, obviously a little for Halo fans and a little for Call of Duty fans. Both can enjoy it, but most of all, I feel like it's aiming for a competitive multiplayer audience. Not exactly Call of Duty or Halo fans, but to fans of tournaments and championships, like when you sit down and watch StarCraft or League of Legends. I felt like I could sit and watch teams battle it out without seeming too bored or paying attention to all the chaos that's going on. Hopefully, also, Halo gets a ranking system so that players can prove themselves worthy and actually make it to big leagues and make it to championships. There's a lot of potential for this. As I sat there, I really did enjoy watching it, and I felt like, yeah, I could easily watch championships or leagues and watch these people battle it out. It's almost like it had this cinematic feel where it wasn't so focused on, oh, you can make your own character look like this, or no, it's red, blue, team A, team B, who gets to the end, who's the best at it. It was all gameplay. It's gonna have customization and everything, but I really like the feel of it, and I really hope that they listen to the feedback and they actually give this a feeling of, make this into more, bring Halo back, you know? Make it a big deal again, especially now with the Master Chief Collection, where everybody is excited for Halo 2. None of the other games, everybody just wants to play Halo 2 Anniversary Edition. So, all of this has a lot of potential, and I leave it to you guys in the comment section below, or Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and ask me or talk to me about what you guys think of this. Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Are you excited? Are you not excited? There you have it. It's up to you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys later. I really don't want to do this. It's never good when it's a halt with only one exit. Yeah, I don't want to do this.